What's up, me social media Droogies? Welcome to another episode of Zady's Real Estate Entrepreneurship. We have a great episode for you today, and I have a gift for you that I have left down below in the description. So, in this video, we will be going over a purchase contract. I'll be explaining it to you, and I will be giving you a copy. That's right. I ain't asking for anything. I'm not charging you for anything. You take this contract. It is the same contract I used for my first 3 deals that generated me over $65,000. They are my gifts to you. Now, what I will say is if you like the contract, if you use the contract, drop a like, post some comments, let me know you like the contract, you don't. If you have any questions, I'll go ahead and answer those questions. And also, again, guys, if you find value in these videos, recommend this to one person. We want to grow this channel daily. You don't have to post it on Facebook, but you can. But if you find value in this and you think someone else is wholesaling, someone else is in the game and you want to add value to them, just send them on over to this channel. Tell them to subscribe. We're making a community here. We're all going to help each other level up all the way up. Now, a lot of people get, before we get into the contract, a lot of people get, they want to put the cart in front of the horse. Okay, they want to walk before they crawl. They're like, oh my God, I got to start an LLC. I need a purchase contract. I need an assignment contract. Look, I'm giving you a purchase contract. You get this purchase contract signed. You DM me and we'll take care of the assignment contract, okay? If you need a buyer, I'll buy the thing, okay? If you want to repay me, that's how you can repay me. If not, don't worry about it. Just reach out to me. I'll get you the assignment and you could shop it out. You could give it to whoever you want. Or you could just sell it to your boy Zady. So let's get started here, guys. We are going to go over the purchase contract. Where is it here? We got to go here and find out where this purchase contract is. Purchase contract. There we go. Student purchase contract. Boom. There we are. Ladies and germs. Okay, let's go over this. So this contract is dated. Obviously, you're going to put whatever date it is, in which the buyer, you put your company name or your name here, offers to purchase from the seller, and then you put the seller's name. Make sure when you put the seller's name, you go to the county website and you know exactly how it's spelled. And if there's 2 people, you make sure you put both their names, okay? Because if you put one of their names, it's not a valid contract. If it's a trust and you put their name, it's not a valid contract. You got to put the trust name, the corporation name, or the person's name, okay? Now, keep in mind, if it's a trust, that means it's a living trust or a revocable trust. You also need the documents to prove that the person that is signing is, in fact, the owner of the trust, so they have to supply that. So just say, you don't have to know what you're saying. Just say, do you have your trust paperwork as well? We're going to need that at title, okay? Or do you have your corporate operating agreement? We're going to also need that at title. You know, and then if they don't have it, just instruct the title officer, give them the telephone number of the seller, and they'll take care of that for you. You don't have to do that, okay? So, getting back to this seller's name. The following description, real estate together with all improvements hereon on, I don't know what that means, rights located at address. You put the address here. I'm just keeping it real, man. You don't got to be smart to make money. So, city, the county, the APN, if you don't know what the APN is, don't worry about it. Just skip that portion here. I'm going to show you a little description here on what the APN is. So if you need to find it, you can. You go to the county website. Let's see here. I'm just putting in something to get you this APN here. Sorry, I don't have this stuff ready to go. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. So y'all gotta wait. While we're waiting to do this, keep in mind, guys, you know, you got to remember the more contracts you put out, you got to document them. You know, write it out. I would say like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make 10 offers a day. You know, that's how you want to track yourself. I want to make 10 offers a day. So here's the county. So this parcel number, that's the APN. So that's what you want to take that number, and then you want to put that here. If your county doesn't have the APN or the parcel, or you can't find it, Just get rid of that. It doesn't matter. Okay. So in consideration of the sum of $100 as earnest money due upon completion. Earnest money, now a lot of people put $100. You could put $5. This, it doesn't even have to be your money. So you put $100, and then the person you're selling the deal to, you're assigning the deal to, you charge them. You say $2,000 earnest money. Then their $2,000 goes in. It blankets your $100, and then there's $1,900 for you, just in case they pull out. So if you get a deal, that's what earnest money is. It's saying, hey, if I flake on this contract, you get to keep whatever money this is. So you're saying $100. Now, a lot of people get worried. They're like, what should my earnest money be? I don't know what to put. I don't have money. Don't overthink it. Okay, you could even put $1, but just make sure to put something, because it's not a legal binding contract if you don't have any money there. You got to have at least $1 to make it a legal binding contract. Okay, so that's $100. You could alter that. Now, the purchase price is to be, obviously, you put the purchase price here, $100,000, $200,000, whatever it is, to be paid in cash at closing. The condition of this purchase are as follows. And you want to read this for people. That's why I'm reading it to you, okay? You don't want to be like, here, sign this. And then you don't know what the hell they're signing. So, A, property is sold in as-is condition with no warranties made by the seller. Seller will make buyer aware of any known facts that affect the value of the property. So you just tell them, look, I'm buying this thing as is. Okay, you don't have to fix anything. That hole in the wall and those rats, you don't got to worry about it. I'm putting this in the contract to protect you. You don't got to worry about this. B, seller and tenant, if any, will make property accessible to show partners, lenders, inspectors, appraisers, and contractors prior to closing. So you're going to have people come through the property. This just preps them that people are going to be coming through the property. Okay, you want to go over this with them. If they have an issue with it, just exit out. If you cross anything out on this, okay, make sure you cross it out. You put your initials right by where you crossed it out, and then they put their initials. As long as you do that, it's still a legal binding contract. Remember that, okay? C, if buyer is unable to complete the purchase for any reason, the earnest money deposit shall be forfeited to the seller with total liquidated damages, and buyer is released from any further obligation under this contract. It's saying that if you say you're going to close and you don't close, they get that money, okay? But if it's a deal, you'll close, all right? D, if seller cannot provide clear title, buyer will be released from any further obligation under this contract. Otherwise, seller promises to sell under this contract. This means that, okay, you're going to buy the property, and then next thing you know, you go to title, and they're going to pull a title report to see if there's any liens on the property. And let's just say this person selling you the house hired a contractor to fix the bathroom one day, and the contractor did half the work, and then this guy didn't pay him. So the contractor put a $15,000 lien on the house, okay, a mechanic's lien. Now, if you're buying this house, you're buying it for X amount of dollars, and now all of a sudden this $15,000 comes up. If you back out of that contract, it's not your fault, it's their fault. So this releases you of obligation. That's what that is, okay? Buyer shall select closing agent. Closing shall be held in the county where property is located. The closing agent is the title company. You could also switch this and say buyer, or you could say closing will be at Fidelity National Title. Closing will be at Ticor Title, American First, whatever it is. You could actually put that there if you want. F, this is what gives you the right to assign this thing, okay? This contract may be assigned for profit. So when you read it to them, this contract may be assigned for profit. So Doug, I'm just letting you know that I'm buying this house to make a profit. You don't have a problem with that, do you? No, of course I don't. It's America. Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know because I want to be upfront. G, this agreement is subject to final inspection and approval of the property by the buyer 30 business days after the date this contract is received by the buyer. With this contract here, you probably won't have a problem with that, but you just want to let them know, look, we got 30 days to inspect this. If you're going to close this thing in 7 to 14 days, you make sure you alter that from 30 days to 7 to 14. So this is how many days you have inspection, and then this is how many days you have to close. If they say, no, I don't want that, that's okay, sure, exit out, doesn't matter, whatever. It doesn't it doesn't make a difference. And number 3, taxes to be prorated. Any previous year's taxes to be paid by the buyer. All escrow closing fees, customary closing costs shall be paid by the buyer. So you're saying, look, I'm paying all your closing costs, John. Okay, that's how much I want to buy this thing. Closing date shall be on or before 30 business days from the date signed below by buyer. Seller grants any extension needed to clear title or complete closing documentations. You're saying you're going to close in 30 days, but if there's some title issues, if this is an automatic extension, title to the above description real estate to be conveyed by warranty deed or other customary instrument or transfer. Title is to be free and clear and unencumbered, free from any county, city, or federal liens. All liens against the property shall be paid at closing by the buyer. So you're buying it, you're going to pay all the closing costs, but you're letting them know, look, the only way I'm going to buy this is if we could pay off all the liens. All right, so again, to protect you a little bit. This 30 days, sometimes, you might leverage that and say, hey, look, we could close in 7 business days. Hey, we could close in 14 business days, and the inspection is only 2 business days, 7 business days, 14 days, whatever. But this inspection period cannot be higher than this number right here. That's when you're going to close. Okay, so 14 days, that's cool. Number 5, this offer, when accepted, comprises the entire agreement of purchase and seller and is agreed that no other representations have been made. This makes this a binding contract, all right? Additional terms. This is something that you add here, like let's just say the additional terms here is seller may stay in the property rent-free for 30 days. This is where you put that stuff, and then you say $2,500 will be held in escrow and released to the seller only when they vacate the property on or before whatever date, you put the date there. I'm going to do this, just write the date. Okay. Then you write here, if the seller does not vacate the property on or before, then the date, the $2,500 will be released to the buyer. And then if the seller vacates the property on or before date, the $2,500 will be released back immediately. Released, bear with me here, gents, women, released back to the seller immediately. I don't know how to spell that, but it's okay. Why? Because you don't have to be smart to make money. Anyways, the sell back to the seller, okay, or the money released back to the seller. So basically what you're saying here is, look, I'm going to let you stay in the property. I'm going to give you cash in 7 days, all right? You're going to say, I'm going to give you cash in 7 days, 7 business days, but you could stay in the property for 30 days. You don't have to leave. You could just stay there, okay? And what we're going to do is all the money that we're paying you, the purchase price, all this money, so this purchase price is, let's say 200. So out of the $200,000, we're holding back $2,500. We're going to hold it in escrow until you move out. If you move out the date that we agreed, that gets released back to you. If it doesn't, if you don't move out by that date, then that comes back to me. And what you do is you take that, and now you're protecting your buyer. Okay? So guys, that's it. This is the contract here. Yeah. Okay. I got to go, guys. But remember, please like, subscribe, give your boy Zady a shout out for giving you this contract. Download it below in the description. My man, Zady.